My subscriber base really liked my previous video that I just released a few days ago on turning $150 into 100,000 and if that was possible in 10 months time. And I kind of delved into the idea of how uh, to to look for reviews when it comes to Forex products. And so today I'm going to extend that and we're going to dive a little deeper into that. How much can you trust reviews? How effective are Forex products? Because, I'm sure tons of us, or many of us, have purchased either indicators or training or expert advisors in the past, and in most cases, they have not been really rewarding. So let's go into that right now. So if you guys don't know of a website called mql5.com, I recommend signing up with them. It's free. And there's a lot of resources here. You can find free indicators. You can even find free expert advisors. You can have coders program custom indicators or expert advisors for you. There's signals, there's VPS information as well. And if you go into the market area and you go under indicators of MT4 and or yes, sorry, indicators. And if you click on the one that's most popular right now, Pipfinite, and you'll see that this is a $100 indicator, and I'm not affiliated with it. I'm not trying to make a sale. There's not going to be any affiliate link or anything like that in this video. And you can see that the reviews are really great. So you're thinking, wow, well, has 5 stars and it has a 390 reviews. That means it must be a really great indicator and profitable. Well, reviews can be helpful, but also realize that sometimes they can be skewed as well. And we're in the Forex market. And if this is a trend indicator, that means it works likely very well when the markets are trending. But what about when the markets are not trending? And a lot of the reviews are talking about the positivity with the indicator. And so I'm going to dive into a little deeper and dissect this indicator to see if it actually is what it says it is, and is it helpful in possibly purchasing it. Okay, so before I do that, I'm going to give you guys an account update, a personal account update. Okay, so you see that I've made a little bit of profit, and you can see that also here. So 2.24% profit since I started this account on the 24th of April. And just the last 24 hours, all my trades closed out, so I was able to come out with a 1% profit. So what those trades look like, if I zoom in, you can see that this was a counter trend entries that I took. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, and that pushed down a little bit further and then bounced up when the market opened on the about 24 hours ago, open for the week. Okay, so currently I'm in a new trade, and this is again a inside candle setup. And if you guys are still wondering if I'm taking only counter trend trades, don't be mistaken. My expert advisor also looks for trend trades as well. And this has been moving downward for quite some time. And I entered, and it entered right here, looking for this to extend down right after the pullback. So the pullback was substantial enough on the upside, and then entry right here, looking for continuation back down. So don't like these trades as much. I actually like the counter trend trades more than the ones taken with the trend. Although this could be perfectly fine trade on the downside and it could extend back down. But the problem is that it's already very, very close to the very bottom of this channel, which has been moving down for quite some time, ever since, well, let's see if we can back up here. Ever since the April 25th about, it's been moving down. And so this is extended about 600 pips. So it's already moved a lot on the downside. And the more it continues to move on the downside, uh, the more likely it is to have a bounce up. And if it has a bounce up, it could be very substantial, bringing me into further drawdown. So although a lot of you guys are thinking, well, this is a better trade than what you typically take because it's with the trend. Actually, I'm actually more scared of this kind of trade because of how much it's extended down and how close we are to this bottom channel. It's not like I entered a trade right here at the very bottom, but still, This is near enough to make me a little bit uneasy about it. So should I close it out? No, I'm going to let the expert advisor do its thing. And as I said before, I'm not going to have any manual intervention. All right, so the pound CAD trades look really good. You see where the entry is currently, and the new trades here. So the ones that that you saw the other day that in my last update was an entry here on an inside candle, and a this one was actually taken with the trend. And as mentioned before, there was a nice pullback that happened here, and I actually caught the bottom of the channel down here over the move, and caught the top of the move as well, and then it pushed back down. So these were, you could say, pretty much perfect trades. There was no drawdown on this one, and there was no drawdown on that one either. So a straight up and down move, and my expert advisor was able to catch those moves and entries very well. So this is a move down, and it closed out at 25 pips profit. So that's a little bit less than typically what I'd take is about 50. But this one is also 25 pips. And as I mentioned before, when I have two trades that are in at the same time, they look for around a total profit of about 50 pips. So in this case, all my trades closed out at the same time on the pound Canadian dollar. My 4 trades closed out along with the 1 trade on the NZD CAD and the odd CAD as well. So that was 6 trades that all closed out at the same time, and you can see where all that happened. All right, so the move on the Aussie CAD is still pushing down as it is on the New Zealand CAD as well. But these were both taken with the trend and worked out very well. Okay, so let's go back to the brunt of this video, which I wanted to cover, and that is Forex products. So Pipfinite Trend Pro. So if you go to and you click on free demo, you'll see that it allows you to backtest. And so what I'm going to do is start a test now. You can see here it's a Market Pipfinite Trend Pro, and it will allow you to see how good this indicator is or what it's all about and what it shows you. There's also a video on the MQL5 site as well that you can check out, and it's very commercial, so it's not incredibly helpful. And so I'm going to briefly show you guys what this is all about. Remove the grid. Okay, so you can see. Okay, so it looks pretty nice. It's a pretty well built indicator, and you can see that it shows you where the downtrend is. It shows you where the uptrend starts, and then when the downtrend continues. And it shows you 2 different profit levels. So profit level 1 is 5 pips, and this is a 5-digit broker, so keep in mind that 273 actually means 27 pips, or just over 27 pips. 56 means about just over 5 pips. So in this case, it shows you that the profit of 5 pips was hit, and a profit of 27 pips was also hit, and it shows you where that actually happened. And so that move was really successful, right? But it also shows you the losing trades. So this was a 23 pip loss that happened here. So the entry was right here where this blue arrow is, and it shows you where the loss happened when we got a new entry on the downside. And we were able to make back a good portion of that loss with these 2 trades. Now the most important thing to look at is that it shows you the losses on the chart, and it shows you the potential profit and the profit targets. But the cool thing is it shows you the success rate. So in this test for 2018, for 5 months, it has a 74% win rate. And you're thinking, wow, that's amazing, right? That's really high. But it shows you that take profit 1 it was hit 74%, but take profit 2 was only hit 56. So that's quite a big difference between the take profit 1, which was here, and then take profit 2, which is here. So take profit 2, which is the larger of the 2, obviously, is only hit 56% of the time. So losses are hit 25% of the time, and win and loss ratio 60 winning trades to 21. So you're thinking right off the bat that this must be a really good indicator, and it looks to be pretty profitable. But if you are actually look at and try to dissect what's going on here, you'll figure out that, okay, the biggest pull here is the take profit one, but the take profit one in most cases is quite small, 7 pips, 20 pips. And in the losing trades, 32 pips, like right here, are almost always twice the size as the take profit one. And you can see here that 8 pips, 20 on the second trade. But what about areas like this? 57 pip, 54 pip loss, a 30 pip uh, loss here, and these were basically back to back, followed by a 15 pip win and a 12 pip win here. Now you guys don't get confused about the take profit 2 because take profit 2 was hit on these trades after, and this one was a pretty large one, but still that's only 50 hit 56% of the time. Now this indicator tells you that you should take trades on the higher time frame. So if you're trading on the 1 hour chart, you should look for the trend on the 4 hour charts, the higher time frame. But in my experience, that doesn't necessarily mean if you're taking trades on the 4 hour trend, it doesn't necessarily mean that that taking a trade in the same direction on the 1 hour time frame is going to be any more accurate. That's a, a, a incorrect way of looking at the market. I used to think that taking trades on, you know, 3 or 4 different time frames, and if they're all in agreement, so if it's in a downtrend on the H4, if it's in a downtrend on the H1, downtrend on M30, downtrend on M15, then in most cases I'm set for a good profit because I'm taking a trade that's in agreement on multiple time frames. That's a misconception because it does that the market can change at any given time. So the trend can change on the M15, M30, M15 first, and if it continues and it changes more abruptly, it could change on the M30 and then 1 hour, and then it's all over. So the idea is that it's important to try to get into trend trades as early as possible, but sometimes that can be pretty tricky. But taking a trade on multiple time frames and if they're in a trend agreement does not necessarily mean that your win rate is going to be higher. A lot of you guys, I know you guys are going to disagree with me on that, and that's okay because that's just my opinion, and that's how I've seen it. And I've been trading like on multiple time frames for almost 10 years now, and it's just doesn't work as well as you think it may. All right, so going back to the indicator. Okay, so here's more losing streaks. So there's 10 pips here, 28, 48, and these were all back to back. So what's going on in this area? This is a place of, and there's also more that's happened. So we're talking about 1, 2, 3, 4 losses in a row with a 9 pip profit in between, and a yeah, with a 9 pip profit in between all these losses. So a trend system or indicator or expert advisor works very well in a trending market. But if it's ranging or flat, typically that can cause multiple losses in a row. And multiple losses are something that we have to deal with as a trader. But it's important to, when you're buying products, to not just buy it blindly, thinking that it's going to be great because it has 5 stars. Look at the reviews. So let's read through the reviews, and the top one right here is quite, shining. 5 stars, and this person says, I have an 80% win rate, took 10 trades and won 8 of them. And he shows you the proof of that. So that's pretty good, right? And so you're thinking that, well, I should just do what this guy's doing. If he's taking trades on the M15 with the H4, that means that what Ryan just said is incorrect. If this guy is having success trading on the M15 time frame and taking trades on the higher time frame with the trend, well, this review is kind of countered. If you go down to 40, let's see if I can find it. All right, I do not like it. Maybe for scalpers, yes, but in a ranging market, it will not pass the test. There's also another one down here. See if I can find it. Indicator is not very good. The losses are greater than the gains. We lose 100 points and you get 70 points. These comments are false, and so here we go. So this is the kind of stuff you have to look for, those negative reviews, because a lot of times negative reviews on a product can be tainted or false because of a lack of understanding from that user, or they have some other problem. But if you make sure and read the reviews, if there are any of the product that you're using, to see if those negative reviews actually shine some light on the product itself. Because we're dealing with a market that has a lot of bad products. I mean, a lot of the Forex market is full of selling of Forex products, and there's more money made in the selling of those than there is in actually using them. So I've said that before, but it's something that a lot of you, I should continue to hit on your head, because I'm hoping that it causes you to buy less products and maybe be more picky with the ones that you do, because not all products are Forex products, are bad, but I think the majority of them are. And the things that I'm using in my trading have all been free. Nothing has been purchased when it comes to an indicator that is used for one of my expert advisors. The only thing that I've purchased is a coder to program an expert advisor for me. So unfortunately, it doesn't work as good as it might seem. From first glance, it might seem that it's very good, but after 1 month now, I have not been able to make any profit at all. Few bad trades kills all the good ones. So this is exactly what I was talking about, and this is something that I saw before even reading the reviews, was the how large the bad trades are, and when they happen consecutively, so in a row. And so that's something that you have to really watch for and do your research on your own. Because the product seems really good at first glance, but how good is it in the longer term? Now, I haven't actually purchased it, but I'm looking at it in the back test, and it shows me how the indicator has worked in the past and just even last week. And it shows me that there have been some good trades. And there may be some of you out there that use this product and actually can utilize it in a profitable way, either by adding another type of trading method or methodology or extra indicators. All that is possible as well. So I can't completely say that this is a really bad product, but it may not be what it seems. So I think that's what I wanted to cover with this. And there are lots of products that you can get on MQL5, and there's also lots of indicators that you can in expert advisors that you can get for free as well, that you can test out and potentially modify or have a coder modify. I mean, $98 is not a huge purchase, and some of you after watching this video might think, well, I want to give that indicator a shot. Can I recommend this? Not really. I think I'd rather you do your own research on trying to find how to trend trade without using an indicator like this. I know that seems really nice using something that's perfectly drawn on the chart for you. It has the win rates and it has the take profits. Everything it just takes the thought out of it, which is kind of a mistake in the first place. Because as traders, we want to really have good discretion. And I've had a history of not having great discretion, and I know that a lot of you out there have the same thing. But the thing is that the markets are a good portion very random, and so it's really hard to actually have good discretion when things can change on the fly. So here you have a indicator that's showing you in very plainly in chart, and it could be decent, but I think I'm going to pass. All right, so that is it for this video, and I hope that you guys found it enlightening. If you'd like more of this, please let me know, and I can by giving me a thumbs up. If you didn't like this video and want me to go in a different direction, give me a thumbs down, and I'll keep trying to see if or just let me know. Just let me know what you guys want in my videos. If you have an opinion or you want me to cover a specific thing, I can do that. But in the meantime, I'm just going to continue showing you some updates on my account and just covering different things I think that I might find as valuable. So thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.